Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Wickman, and I'm here with the Minnesota School Food Buying Group. Thanks for being here today. It's December 10th, and today we're talking about the bid process for 26033B, food and beverage items. We'll walk through some important things that you need to make note of while you're doing the bid process. All questions or inquiries related to the bid should be sent to purchquotes@ahschools.us as listed on the screen. If you have any technical issues related to Interflex or the bidding system, we invite you to reach out to Interflex. Alexis's email is there on the screen as long as their 1-800 number. You can also push these questions to Perch Quotes. However, Interflex will be better able to respond to technical issues related to the bid software. We'll go over the bid timeline. We released the bid. Technically, we were supposed to release on the 27th of November, but we released a few days early due to our winter storm that week. So it went out on the 25th. Today we are on our pre-bid meeting, which is December 10th. The questions are due or inquiries from vendors by Thursday, December 18th at 4 p.m. local time, which is Central Standard Time. We will respond to those questions by Tuesday, December 23rd at 4 p.m. And then we open, or this bid is closed officially January 7th at 11 a.m. local Central Standard Time. Every document that is required for a complete bid must be submitted via Interflex only. If you have not yet received a bid or an invitation to bid, please email msfbg@ahschools.us with the subject line "Add Vendor Email." We'll add your vendor email list, or we'll add your email to our vendor list that we utilize. And then you will also get an invitation to bid. You will not be able to bid, I don't believe so, without an official invitation. So if you want to submit, please send that request. Once you receive the invitation, it will look like this, and you'll have a live link to go and register a new account, or if you've previously registered, you'll be able to just log in and create your bid. When creating a new account, this is what you will see. You'll choose whether you're the distributor, manufacturer, broker, or operator. And you'll go through multiple different steps creating your account. It's about 4 or 5 different windows where you're putting in the necessary information. And then once you have successfully done so, you should get the checkbox of your account has been successfully activated, and now you're able to submit your quotes. Once you get into the Interflex system, you may see multiple opportunities if you have been invited to multiple bids. However, ours will be listed bid 26033B, MSFBG bid number 2, food and beverage items. That is the one that you want to click on to submit quotes. Once you're into the opportunity itself, you'll find all the information there regarding the technicalities of our bid. Our bid will run again from July 1 of 2026 to June 30th of 2027. That information is listed there along with the distributors, the necessary contacts, which is only the Perch Quotes email. We do not have the school districts. They are listed. There's 135 school districts that you can click through and list. See that list. And then we have operator documents. And the most important piece that I want to make sure that everybody is aware of is to utilize the export bid form. So that is where you will download the spreadsheet to actually put in the necessary numbers and dollar quotes that we need to see. If this process is not completed, your bid will be incomplete. So if you click on the export bid form, you'll receive a downloadable spreadsheet that looks like this. It will have the bid info, participants, instructions, keys, and specifications. I'll click through these things here. The most important part is the specifications. That's where you will put in your information. You'll find the operator number, which we frequently refer to as the MSFBG number. I try to be clear in the documents. Operator number equals MSFBG. If you have questions on that, please reach out. You'll find a description, the pack size, and the quantity. Any pack size can be bid as long as the case is less than 45 pounds. So if it doesn't meet the pack size or specific serving size, please, you still can submit it. We do not have any approved products or alternate types, so those columns can be skipped. And then you move into columns J through T. So you have column J, which is bid or no bid. If you intend to bid on these items, please change that to bid and then fill in the necessary information after that. You can leave the other items as no bid. Again, just going through selecting the bid versus no bid. Once you fill in your necessary information, please save that document on your desktop and then upload quotes. So that is a very important step. You need to upload that spreadsheet back into this section. Once you have completed that, you can return to the bid opportunity. Once you return to the bid opportunity, now you need to fill out the documents, the other documents that are required. This is also a very important step and can be missed, but if you do miss it, it will be considered an incomplete bid, so please follow through on these. E-signatures are accepted. You'll find the operator documents here. You can click on that link and it'll pull up the 4 downloadable files. We have attachment A, B, C, and D. Attachment A is the invitation for bid and acceptance. So the first page of that document, which is a long document, 14 pages, but includes all of the bid document information that you need. We only need the first page filled out and signed, and again, an e-signature is accepted. Here's what the visual looks like. We do request the manufacturer information and broker information. If you do not have a broker, that information can be left blank. But then please fill out the authorized manufacturer and title and sign and date it with the phone number and a valid email address. We utilize this if we have questions regarding the information sent out. So it's helpful if you have more than one person, even if it's maybe not your broker, but somebody else that can answer questions related to the bid. You could put that information into the broker. If we reach out and we can't get a hold of you, say due to vacation or holidays are coming up, we cannot proceed with processing your bid. So it's important to have correct and relevant contact information listed. Then we provide you with a bid checklist. This is page 2. It's just helpful for you to go through and look at, so vendor bid form is listed, specifications. Please make sure this gets uploaded into the system. If it is not uploaded into the system, we cannot see your quote and you will not be considered. Attachment A is important in terms of if we do not get a signature, a signed document, even if it's an e-signature, your quote will be considered incomplete and will not be valid. Attachment B, C, D, and the rest of the information, B and C, easy to fill out, also required for a complete bid. D, the nutrition label, ingredient statement, those are things that I can reach out for later once the bid has closed in the event that something is not complete. But those are helpful to have everything loaded ahead of time so that once the bid closes, we can evaluate all of the quotes sent in efficiently and effectively to make sure we have accurate and timely information once the bid is closed. Here's the attachment B of the non-inclusion. Again, extremely easy to fill out. Signature, title, manufacturer name, date. Debarment is the same. It's helpful for us if you name the documents a certain way, since we have thousands of documents coming in, so it's helpful to have a specific and consistent naming process. So we'd like for you to do this sequence of how you name your file. Start with your manufacturer name and then the file name. So manufacturer name, attachment A, manufacturer name, attachment B, manufacturer name, attachment C. We'll give you an example. We're going to utilize the manufacturer name as Happiness. That's my manufacturer name. If your manufacturer name is different, please put your manufacturer name in there. If I were to submit documents, it would be called Happiness Attachment A, Happiness Attachment B, and Happiness Attachment C. The A, B, C would be complete at this point, and I would be able to upload those documents. Now, if you have additional documents that need to be uploaded, like nutrition label, ingredient statement, child nutrition label, the Buy American required document, and if there is an allergen statement in the specification requested or a gluten statement requested, this is where you would put those documents in as well. So then, if you create, for each item that you are submitting, create a folder, and the way you would title that folder is the operator number or manufacturer or MSFPG number, operator number or MSFPG number, your manufacturer name, and then the manufacturer number for the product. That will be your folder, which will contain the nutrition label, the ingredient statement, child nutrition, and Buy American document. So here's an example of the Happiness manufacturer creating a folder and titling these documents and putting them in the folder to submit. This way, if you have multiple items that you are submitting, you're creating multiple folders, organizing these documents into the individual folders and submitting those folders. The Buy American became a really big thing within this last year, as you guys all know. So this is important. If you could put this in here for our school districts. The distributors are all very curious on all of these documents or products that we have as well. Are they considered a domestic product or are they considered a non-domestic? So please make sure that this is filled out accurately for all the products that you're submitting. If you're submitting multiple documents, it's helpful if you can, sometimes you can't upload such a large file, so you might need to create a zip file to do that. I have step-by-step instructions here, but if you're struggling to create a zip file, I would utilize a search engine to ask how to do it. It's going to give you step-by-step how to do it in a Microsoft program versus a Mac operating system. But if you run into that issue, you can reach out. Please do reach out. We prefer a zip just because that's easier on everybody's systems to download and re-upload. So please reach out if you run into that issue of creating a zip file or a zip folder for your documents. running back through this, the nutrition label and ingredient statement, if the information correlates, like you can have one document for both the nutrition label and the ingredient statement, they can be the same file. You do not need to do it twice. Please just make sure that you put NL, IS or NL-IS on the name of the file so that we know that it's counting as the two versus a single. Child nutrition label, we have specific requirements by the USDA that we are required to utilize. Product formulation statements are also accepted. And then an allergen statement or a gluten statement, if this is also listed on the ingredient listing, that is acceptable as well. Once you are finished with all these documents, then you would put them into the My Documents section within Interflex. And once those files are all in, the information is uploaded into Interflex. If you have any questions regarding this, again, we're going to go back over. Please email perchquotes@ahschools.us. If it's a technical question related to the Interflex system or utilizing it or logins or passwords, that would be a reach out to the Interflex team. All of these inquiries regarding the bid are due December 18th at 4 p.m. We will respond to you by Tuesday, December 23rd at 4 p.m. Please do not submit questions via the Interflex system. Please only email them to this email. We will not be responsible for in-person or phone inquiries or anything submitted via the Interflex system. Again, we will only accept bids that are submitted online, and they must be received by January 7th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll open the bids on January 7th at 11 a.m. We are utilizing Interflex, so we will need to download and tabulate the spreadsheet. The link to the bid opening is in the bid documents. All are welcome to attend virtually. There may be some time when you're waiting there for us to figure out and tabulate and make sure it's a clean visual for you. The bid reading this year will be done by vendor bid versus specification. So that is a change in our system that we have. So just know that if you submit a bid on a specific specification, it will be a challenge for you as a vendor to see who else bid on that specific item on the January 7th day. That's something that's out of our control and in Interflex's hands at this point. So wanted to make that known for vendors who usually show up for that bid opening process. Some information on samples. They can be shipped, they can be dropped. I will request them the week of January 26th. Please have them local and ready to ship or be available during that week for a drop-off. And that's all that I have for you today. I want to thank you for coming. I will leave this email up there, perchquotes@ahschools.us, for any questions that you want to submit for our Q&A process. Thanks again and have a happy holiday.